Parang people normally would refer to it as the hard disk, no? Although hindi naman necessarily hard disk, no, yung nasa computer mo. Okay? So, all right. So today we will be actually talking about HDD or the hard disk drive, as well as the solid state drive or the SSD. Okay? So, simulan muna natin, no, dito kay hard disk. Okay, so a hard disk, so sabi dito, is a sealed case containing one or more circular patterns or platters or disk that store data, instructions, and information. No? Kung titignan natin on the coming slides, no, yung platters na sinasabi nila, no, kita nyo tong hard drive, no, na picture. May makikita kayong bilog, no, tapos medyo kung kayo'y nakahawak na ng hard drive or ng HDD, no, medyo may kabigatan 'to. Okay? So, yung bilog na 'yan, actually hindi lang 'yan isang bilog, no. Kung kayo ay nakakita na or familiar pa sa mga CD or DVD, no, ganyan 'yun. Okay? Tapos magkakapatong, no, madaming CD or DVD na magkakapatong, no, 'yun yung tinatawag nating platters, no. At sa platters na 'to, dito natin sinusulat or binabasa, no, yung mga data ng computer natin. Okay? So, kung makikita niyo rin yung parang kamay, no, na umaabot doon sa platters na 'yun, 'yan yung tagabasa, 'yan din yung tagasulat ng data. Okay? So, mamaya, so explore natin 'yan. Okay? Ayan. So this is used, no, yung computer natin, yun nga, to store, no, crucial and important data, no, dahil crucial at important data siya, ito yung uri ng memory na kabaliktaran ng main memory natin, no? Kasi sabi nga natin, 'di ba, yung main memory natin, siya yung volatile memory, no? Pero dito sa hard disk or SSD natin, no, ito yung secondary storage natin, meaning sila yung mga non-volatile memory. Okay? So, kahit patayan mo ng power or tanggalan mo ng supply, no, or ng source yung hard drive natin, hindi mawawala yung data na nasa loob niya. Okay? So, kaya siya yung nag-i-store ng crucial at important na data natin. Okay? So, data or programs stored are preserved, no? So, unless electronically, tapos we have the intention to erase yung data natin, dun lang nawawala yung data, no? So, hindi naman ibig sabihin na kumbaga non-volatile siya, forever nang nandun yung data, no? So, it is like an EEPROM, no? Pwede mong bukahin, pwede mong isulat ulit yung laman niya. Okay? So, yun yung definition ng ating hard disk or hard disk drive, no? Many of these qualities are also applicable to the SSD, no? Pero titignan natin mamaya gaano sila ka-different. Okay? So, ayun, let's move on. So, for hard drives, no, meron tong, yun nga, pasok pa rin dito yung usaping form factors, no, dahil meron siyang different sizes, no. Although mamaya malalaman natin pag bumili tayo sa market, actually almost dalawa lang yung form factors na lagi nating makikita. Okay? Sige. So, unahin muna natin, no? We have a uh, 3.25 by 5 and 1/4 inch, no, na hard drive. Okay, meron din tayong 1.63 inch, no? So, medyo may kaliitan na yung height nito. Okay? So, ito, yung mga classic list of form factors ng hard drive natin, no? Pero tignan natin yung mga picture nila. Okay? Kasi mahirap naman, no, na listahan lang yung tinitignan natin, no? Unahin natin yung mga luma, no? Mga lumang hard drive, no? So, kita natin dun sa list kanina, no? Merong 5 and 1/4 inch, no, na form factor, no? Pag tinignan natin pala class yung list dito, no? Makikita niyo yung width, no? Yan yung karaniwan na nagiging label ng isang hard drive pag bibili kayo, no? So, yung 5 and 1/4, okay? 3 1/2, 2 1/2 inch, no? Yung width yung magsisilbing parang guide, no, kung ano yung form factor ng hard drive na binibili niyo. Okay? So, kaya dito class, yan, no, 5 1/4, no, inch form factor. Makikita nyo, yan yung size or form factor na nakadikit sa label niyan, no? Kung makakabili pa kayo ng ganyang hard drive, no? Pero makikita nyo naman, itong 5 1/4 inch na form factor, sobrang laki niyan, no? Kasing laki yan ng size ng isang original drive bay, no? Kung naalala nyo class, nung nag-assemble tayo ng PC, disassemble tayo. Kung maalala nyo, nagtanggal kayo ng DVD drive, no, dun sa PC. Yung size nitong 5 1/4 is almost ganun, mas malaki pa, no, kasi pwedeng doble yung layer niya, no. Pero kung single layer lang, no, itong nasa kanan yung or kasing size nga ng DVD drive. Okay? Ganyan siya kalaki, no? And kung titignan natin 'yan, hindi yan ideal in today's standards, no, ng computing. No, hindi yan akma, no, kasi una bulky, no. Pangalawa, dahil malaki yan, definitely madami ang moving parts, maingay. Okay? So kaya pagka dito tinatawag siyang obsolete, no. Hindi na yan talaga nakikita in the market, no. Honestly, kahit ako hindi pa ako nakakita ng ganyang kalaking hard drive, no, sa tanang buhay ko. So, ayun, I think this is already an ancient piece of technology. Okay? Yan. So, next, no, we have the 3 1/2 form factor, no, 3.5 inch. Actually, class, itong 3.5 na to, ito yung isa sa pinaka-standard na mabibili nyo in the market, no? So, if you try, no, halimbawa, let's go to a website for buying computer parts. So, sa Philippines, ano bang maganda dito? Easy PC, PH. Tapos, pumunta ka sa hard drive section nila. Saan na ba? Hard disk. Ba? Halimbawa, class, yan, bumili kayo ng 1 terabyte, 2 terabyte. No, tignan natin, click natin yung specifications niya, check natin. Ito ay yan, form factor 3.5, no. And pag tinignan mo, based dun sa picture ng mga binebenta nilang 1 terabyte, 2 terabyte, no. Para magkakasing laki yan, no. Well, to be honest, magkakasing laki talaga yan, no. All of them are in 3.5 inch form factor, no. Dahil class, itong 3.5 inch na form factor na to, standard siya ngayon, no. Sinusunod talaga natin siya. At hanggang ngayon, no, ito yung form factor na gamit natin for hard drives, no? Itong 3.5-inch form factor na to is existing to since 1991, no? Pinakilala siya ni Sony, no? Plus, would you imagine Sony, no? Si Sony gumagawa pala siya ng storage solutions. Pero class, sa pagkakakilala nyo, ano ang product ni Sony sa ngayon? Anyone? Could anyone tell me?
Sir, mga appliances like TV.
Okay, TV appliances. All right. Another?
Gaming
Sir,
modules
mga
po.
digital
Okay.
camera po.
Camera, gaming consoles like the PlayStation, ano pa? What else? Yan yung lagi nyo nabibili. Di ba? Appliance, TV, di ba? Gaming consoles, the PlayStation, no? Camera, right? Correct? Ano pa? Ano pa kaya?
Sa audio po, sir. Like
Audio?
headsets,
Audio gears?
pati speakers.
Speakers? Okay? May makikita kayong pattern class, no? Si Sony, sabi nyo, gumagawa siya ng TV, gumagawa siya ng camera, ng gaming consoles, gumagawa din siya ng audio gears, no? You'll find something in common with all of these, no? And it's about entertainment, no? So, Sony is also selling digital copyrights or nagpa-publish din siya, 'di ba? Nagpa-publish siya ng contents like movies, nagpa-publish siya ng contents like music. 'Di ba? And in the early days, actually ito yung isa sa major business ni Sony, no? The music and movies, no? So, saan mo ba kilala si Sony? 'Di ba? Si kay Spider-Man, 'di ba? Sony owns the IP or the intellectual property for Spider-Man, no? Kaya si Spider-Man hindi yan nag-a-appear lang basta-basta sa isang Marvel Cinematic Universe na movie, no? Kasi Sony owns Spider-Man, no? Not Marvel, no? So kaya yung mga ganyan, yung mga digital copyrights, no? Kahit pala mga ganun, no, mahirap siyang iproseso. Okay? So, little fun fact about Sony, no. At dahil ito yung major business ni Sony back in the day, no. Actually until now, no, movies and music, no. Kailangan kasi ng movies at music, no, ng reliable at consistent na form of storage, no? So, si Sony, kung maaalala nyo or kung familiar pa kayo, no, Sony is one of the major makers of CDs and DVDs, no? Naalala class or familiar ba kayo, no? Naabutan nyo ba yung mga panahon na bibili pa kayo ng CD or DVD? Tapos magbe-burn kayo ng kanta, ng movie. Naabutan nyo pa yon?
Yes po.
Ayun, may nakaabot pa pala ng ganun, no? No, so si Sony, no, isa siya sa mga major manufacturers ng mga disc. Okay? So, pagka si Sony yung binili mo, medyo mayaman ka na, no? So, kasi meron ibang brand, no? Like si Maxwell, ano pa ba? Beta. So, madami sila, no? Pero pag si Sony, yan, high quality yan, no? So, medyo may kamahalan. Okay? Pero reliable, no? So, itong storage nila for disk, no? They eventually, branch it, no, to provide or to cater for, prosumers, no? Yung mga prosumers na to ay gumagamit ng mga computer, no? So, pinakilala nila itong form factor ng hard drive na ito. No, yung 3.5-inch form factor, no? So, standard yan until ngayon. So, proven and tested, no? So, meaning it is portable enough, no, to be installed in any computer. Okay? So, mas maliit yan di hamak, no, sa 5.25-inch na form factor. Okay? So, it is also more robust, no, in terms of durability and build, no? So, it is lesser prone to kasi pag sinabi nating hard drive class, no, medyo sensitive po 'yan, no, yung dapat hindi mo maibabagsak, no, or iwasan mong maalog ng maalog. Okay? Pero itong form factor na 'to rigid and ano ba, di naman siya bulky, no, pero it is lesser prone, no, to shaking and falling, fall damage. Okay, so yan, standard na standard yan, no. So yan, 3.5 inch. Okay? So very reliable. So until now yan ang ating ginagamit, no, for desktop, no. Kasi yung susunod na form factor class, no, yung 2.5-inch form factor, no. No. So itong 2.5-inch na to, I think ito yung mga mas lagi niyong nakikita kasi madami sa inyo ay gumagamit ng laptop, no? Standard 'to since 1988, no? Hanggang ngayon ginagamit din natin siya, no? Kasi best suited itong 2.5-inch form factor na 'to, no, para sa mga laptop, no? So to prove that, no, pagka pumunta tayo sa website, no, makikita natin, ito, yan. Halimbawa ito, 1 terabyte na hard drive pero 2.5-inch, yan, no. Yung form factor niya ay 2.5, no. So, ito pang laptop 'to class or notebooks or yung mga small form factor natin, no, na computer. Ito yung ideal na ilagay, no. So, ganun din, it has the same advantages, no, nung 3.5 natin, no, rigid and even more portable, no. So, and dahil mas maliit 'yan, it is less to produce heat and noise, no. Although syempre, mechanical pa rin 'yan, it will still produce heat and noise. Okay? So, ito pinakilala siya ni Prairie-Tech noong 1988. Ayan. Okay. Balikan lang natin yung advantages ng 3.5 yan, enhanced rigidity, manufacturing ease. Mas mabilis na siya than 5.25. Since mas maliit siya, it conserve more power, no? So, etong mga advantages na to ay nagta-translate din naman, no, kay 2.5-inch. So, same lang, no, yung kanyang advantages, no, kasi parehas naman standard yun na ginagamit natin. Okay? Now class, kapag bumili kayo ng 2.5-inch na form factor, karaniwan na mabibili niyo na sa panahon ngayon is around 9.5 or 8.5 millimeter yung thickness. Kasi manipis na talaga, no? So, kasi syempre mga makabago naman na tayo. Pero yun nga, 80s, 90s, early 2000s, ito pa yung mga klase ng 2.5-inch na hard drive na bibili natin. 19mm, 7mm, 12.5, no? Medyo may kakapalan, no? Pero nowadays, yan na yung 8.5mm, 9.5mm, yan na yung sanay tayo, no? Ganyan na kaninipis, no? So, ayun. Class, mapapansin niyo 'no, pinakita ko example ng mga mabibili niyong hard drive, both 3.5 or 2.5 inch. No, nakita natin na either of the two size, no, pwede silang merong 1 terabyte, 2 terabytes, no, kahit 8 terabytes pa yan pwede, no. Pero mas malaki yung 3.5, no, than 2.5 inch. So meaning class, it is somewhat logical to say, no, na yung 1 terabyte na 2.5 inch ay mas mahirap gawin kaysa sa 3.5 inch, no? And therefore, dahil slightly mas mahirap siya i-manufacture, mas mahal siya. So, tingnan natin yung price. Itong Seagate na 1 terabyte na 2.5 inches, yan o, costing 3,250. No, pero tignan natin yung Seagate Barracuda na 1 terabyte din na 3.5 inch. Pag tinignan mo, yan o, 2,060 lang. No, more than 1,000 pesos yung iminahal. No? Normal naman yan, class, no, sa hard drive. Mas maliit, mas mahal. No, kasi technically, mas mahal naman talaga siya i-manufacture. No? Also, class, remember, pag bibili kayo ng hard drive, look at this. Ito, yung 7,200 RPM. No? Or meaning yan ay rounds per minute. No? So, ganyan kabilis yung pag-ikot niya, no, dun sa spindle na nag-read and write ng platters sa platters, no. So, mas mataas yung RPM na yan, mas mabilis yung performance ng hard drive mo, no. Standard today na mabibili natin yung 7,200 RPM na yan, mabilis na yan, no. So, hindi kayo magkakamali sa 7,200, no. Wag lang kayo bibili nung 3,600 or yung kalahati ng performance nito. Kasi medyo mabagal na talaga 'yon. Okay? So, meron pa kayong mabibili diyan na mas mabilis, no, than 7,200. So, I think mapapansin niyo naman 'yan, kapag tinignan niyo yung mga spec sheets dito, no, sa mga tindahan. Okay? So, ayan, no? So, ayun, yun sila. So, mas mahal to si 2.5 inch. Okay? So, ayun. So, form factors, no, bakit natin ginagamit yung 3.5 or 2.5 inch, no? Siyempre, over their predecessors, no, they are reduced in size. Mas maliit sila. And they use less power. So, standard SATA power connector lang, no, yung kailangan nilang gamitin. No? And mas matibay. Okay? So, ayun. So, if you think, class, that the 2.5 inch na hard drive, yun na yung pinakamaliit. No? May mas maliit pa. No? So, nandiyan yung 1.8 inch form factor. No? To, pinakilala naman to ni Integral Peripherals noong 1991. No? So, kasing laki lang ng AA na battery, no? Or almost kasing tangkad, no? So, hindi na to actually nakikita ngayon, no? Actually, to be honest, ako din hindi pa ako nakakakita ng 1.8 inch, no, na hard drive. I think hindi siya standard, hindi talaga siya naging standard, no? At least sa consumer market, no? So, kasing laki lang yan ng isang PC card. No, kung nakakita ka na kayo ng mga enterprise grade na laptop, no, meron dong PC card slot. Yung mga PC card slot kasi doon mo pwede isaksak yung mga security card, no, na siguro pwedeng gamitin ng company, no, to log into the laptop. no? Kasing laki lang siya nun, no? Parang isang credit card technically, no? So ganyan lang siya kaliit, no? Pero hindi to nag-take off as a standard, no? So yan. Yan. Pero sobrang ang liit niyan, no? Kung meron yan ngayon, I bet it would be more expensive, no, than the 2.5 inch. Okay? Next. May mas maliit pa sa 1.8, no? We have the 1 inch form factor, no? So ganyan lang siya kalaki, kasing laki ng domino tile, no? So itong 1 inch form factor ay dinevelop ni IBM noong 1988, no? So tinatawag din tong micro drive, no? So capable to hanggang 4 gig or kaya ding more, no? Pero sobrang liit na nung 1 inch, no, para kasya pa sa platter, no? Na platter technology yung malaking storage, no? Hindi rin to naging standard, no? So, and to be honest, again, hindi pa ako nakakakita or nakakahawak ng 1 inch, no, na form factor ng hard drive, no? Kahit sa amin sa IBM, so I work in IBM, no? Wala akong nakikitang ganyan, no, sa IT room namin or anywhere, or not any of our servers, no, are using this form factor. Again, hindi naman din kasi siya standard, no? So, yan, ganyan kaliit, no? As big as a domino tile, no? So, sobrang liit. Okay? So, yan. Class, may questions ba so far?
Wala naman po, sir.
Okay? Sige. Next, no? Pag-aralan naman natin or tignan naman natin yung interfacing, no, ng mga hard drive natin, no? So, I think you are familiar with this, especially with SATA, no? Pero dalawa talaga 'yan, no? We have the PATA or the Parallel Advanced Technology Attachment, or mas kilala to sa tinatawag na IDE, no? Narinig na to, class? IDE or PATA?
Yes po, sir.
O yun, may naka-encounter na. No? Pero understandably, hindi ganun kadami sa inyo. No? Sige, so tignan natin. No? So sabi dito, si PATA is an older interface, no, that was commonly used for connecting hard drives, CD or DVD drives, and other storage devices. No? So, PATA uses a parallel data transfer method. So meaning that data is transmitted in multiple bits at once. Okay? Which requires yung connector niyan, class, kung nakakita na nga kayo niyan, isang flat cable, no? Pero I think around 2 inch or 1.5 inch yung lapad, no? So hindi siya ganun ka-ideal, no, for tight PC cases or even laptop, no? So ayun. So dahil doon, hindi rin naman siya ganun ka-portable or kasing consistent, no, ni SATA, kaya over time itong PATA na to ay napalitan din ng SATA. So kaya ngayon yung mga laptop, yung mga desktop na ginagamit natin, no, ang gamit nila na storage interfacing is yung SATA naman, or yung Serial Advanced Technology Attachment, no? So mas bago to, no? So dinevelop to with the intention to replace PATA, so which it was successful, no? SATA uses serial, no? Serial naman siya. So yung transfer method niya is unlike kay PATA na multiple bits at once, si SATA ay 1 bit at a time, no? So, which allows, no, for faster data transfer speed, no? Sir, bakit hindi naman po yata nagme-make sense 'yon, no? Mas mabilis si SATA kaysa kay PATA. Si PATA kaya niya na padaanin yung multiple bits at once, pero si SATA once lang. Ganito po 'yan, class, no? Yung board or chip na magbabasa ng data, isa-isa lang din naman niya ipa-process niya at once, no? Kahit na madami yung data na dumadaan kay PATA, no, at a given time, no, when it comes to writing the ones and zeros in order, ganun din naman yung labas niya, no? Ipo-form mo pa rin yung data, no? So, and also, kay SATA dahil 1 bit at a time yung ginagawa niya, pagkalabas ng data, ipaprocess na ng chip, no, naka-form na siya, no? So, less processing yung kailangan mong gawin, no, kaya siya mas mabilis. And dahil ginamit si SATA as a standard, no, until today, no, SATA is somewhat perfected, no, na over time bumilis siya ng bumilis, no? So, kaya mas mabilis pa rin si SATA, no? Kasi mas nabigyan din naman talaga 'to ng love and care, no, ng different brands na nag-implement ng SATA, okay? So, kaya kahit na parallel yung processing ni PATA, no, tapos si serial 1 bit at a time na mas mabilis pa rin si SATA. Okay? So, it also dahil 1 bit at a time lang naman yung pina-process niya, it uses smaller connector, no? So, SATA cable lang, ba? Flat cable din 'yun pero mas manipis ng dihamak. Okay? So, SATA is now the most common interface, no, used for connecting hard drives, SSDs, and other storage. So imagine, class, kahit SSD, no, SATA yung gamit, no? So testament na 'yun, no, na kung gaano ka-reliable yung SATA, no? So tignan natin, class, yung difference nila. Yung nasa kanan natin, ito yung ano 'yan, class? Ano sa tingin niyo? Anong interface gamit nung nasa kanan? Anyone? Tawag tayo, Hindi, mas maganda random, try nating random. How about si Gabriel Luwanson? Si Gab. Are you there, Gab? Hello? Tutulog na yata sa klase to, si Gab. You there? Nako, yari tayo dyan. Oh, nag-chat. Okay. Can you speak over the mic? Hello, nandiyan ka ba, Gab? Sira yung mic? Sira ba talaga or nahuli ka lang kaya sinasabi mong sira? No? So either way, you replied a lot longer no than how is it needed, no? Sige, ano yung tanong ko? Paki-repeat nga. Sige, Gab, kung sira yung mic mo. You can chat. Ano yung tanong, Gab? O kaya nga, SATA or PATA? Ano yung tanong ko about that? Si SATA at PATA yung huli mong narinig. Okay, so kung ano sa kanila yung ano yan, gumagamit ng SATA or PATA. Okay? Sige, Gab. Left or right, alin yung gumagamit ng PATA? Could you chat? Chat na ba? Nasa right. Okay? That is actually correct, no? The one in the right uses PATA. Okay? Ito yung next question ko. What gave it away na yun yung PATA? For you. Sige, tawag tayo ng iba. Sige, si Miss Annalise de la Cruz. Annalise, you're there?
Yes po, sir.
Okay. So sabi ni Gab, the one in the right uses PATA. No, but what gave it away? In your opinion?
Sir, di po ako sure. Ano lang po. Since yung pata po, di ba, ano po, medyo older standard po siya. Or, yun lang po yung pagkakaintindi ko.
Mm-hmm. Pero based on this picture lang
Opo.
what gives it away na hindi siya SATA? Visually, what do you think? Kahit guess lang.
Sir, very ano po, like different po yung sa upper part po nila. I mean,
Okay?
usually, very different naman po sila from each other. Pero yung sa ano po, yung sa upper part po nila, yung way of attaching siguro nila, sir.
Mas malaki siya. Mas
Opo,
malapad
sir.
siya, 'di ba? No, kasi the thing that gave it away, actually class, is try nating mag-annotate. So, ito class sobrang lapad niyan over this. Familiar kayo sa SATA na connection, di ba?
Yes po, sir.
No? So kung dahil mas familiar kayo doon, alam niyo na ganito lang siya kaliit. No? Pero yung connection nitong pata, medyo malapad at malaki. No? So that is one thing that will give it away. No? Ito class, palitan natin ng kulay. Itong nasa kanang side ng pata na hard drive, no? Yan ay tinatawag na Molex connector, no? Yan ay medyo lumang standard, no, ng power connector type, no? Although class, makikita nyo pa rin naman yan sa mga power supply natin. Yung mga power supply natin, meron pa rin ganyang connector, no? So kung meron kang Molex type na device na you need to power, no, it will still be applicable, no? I don't know why hindi yan ganun ka stable. Yung mga pins niyan ay shaky at most times, no? Kaya madalas din hindi naman siya gamit talaga. No? So mas gamit na type, no, ng power connection is yung SATA power, no. Itong nasa left side naman nung SATA hard drive natin, no. So mas ano siya, mas stable, no, over the Molex counterpart. No? So yun, things to note din, no. Another thing class, no, if you have to determine SATA over PATA, no. Normally class, kapag nakakita kayo ng PATA na hard drive, no, mapapansin nyo, sobrang litaw yung kanyang electronics. At buong hard drive ay nakalatag yung kanyang PCB, no. So medyo may kalakihan yung kanyang electronics, no. Unlike a SATA, mas sophisticated na yan, no, mas maliit yung printing ng kanyang PCB. No. Ganyan lang kaliit yung kanya. Kalahati lang ng drive, no. Drive surface yung nasakop niya, no. Pero nandiyan na lahat ng logic, no. Nandiyan na lahat ng components na kailangan niya. Okay? So, hindi na siya gumagamit ng ganito kalalaking integrated circuits class, no, yung mga chips na yan na nakikita niyo sa PATA, no. So, itong mga logic gates or mga integrated circuits na nandyan, no, printed right into this mother or PCB na kay SATA. So, pag tinignan mo si PATA, parang ang intimidating niya tignan, no, kasi ang dami niyang components, no. Whereas kay SATA, medyo mas ano siya, paano ba, mas simple, no. So, hindi siya intimidating tignan, no. Okay? So, visual differences, no, when it comes to SATA and PATA hard drives. Okay? Class, may questions?
None po, sir.
Wala po.
Okay, teka lang. Paano ba mag-exit dito? Teka. Wait lang Ayan, reshare tayo. So, yun. Okay. So, in a summary, no, class, ito yung differences nila. No? So, si SATA ay serial, yung kanyang data transmission. Kay PATA, parallel. No? Data transfer speed. No? Commonly, ang SATA tops at 6 gigabits per second, while PATA, no, hanggang 133 Mbps lang, no? Mabagal siya ng sobra. Okay? Cables ni SATA, thinner and smaller din yung connector, whereas kay PATA, mas malapad at saka malaki yung kanyang mismong connector. Okay? So, yan. So, components or parts ng isang hard drive, no? We have deplatters. So, sabi ko nga yan yung parang CD, no? So, CD siya class na parang pinagpatong-patong, no? So, layers talaga yan ng platters. No, yung nasa gitna, no, nandyan yung spindle. So, siya yung responsible sa pag-ikot niya. Okay? We also have an actuator arm, no? Na kung saan nakakabit yung read and write head, no? So diyan siya nagsusulat, no? Or nagbabasa ng data. Last wait lang, kukuha lang ako ng charger. Okay, so again, ayun parts niya, no? We have the actuator axis, no, yung siya yung responsible sa paggalaw, no, ng actuator arm, no, and we have the actuator module itself, no. Nandyan din yung power connector or SATA power connector, no, and your SATA connector, yung data cable. Okay? We have your jumpers here, although not all hard drives, no, ay merong jumper. Para saan ba yan? Jumpers are used for debugging purposes, no? Kung merong pagkakamali or issue dun sa hard drive, no, pwedeng gamitin yung jumper pins na yan. Okay? So, yun. Logic boards, no, contains the electronic controller and bus adapter circuit, no? Nandiyan din yung data at saka yung power connector, no? So, itong logic board na to, ito rin yung tinatawag natin na PCB, no? Yung nakikita nating board dun sa likod ng hard drive. Okay? So, yun lang naman, no? So, siya yung nagko-contain or sa kanya naka-attach yung mga electronic components ng isang hard drive. Okay? Pagka nasira pala tong logic board na to class, for a hard drive or even for an SSD, pag yun yung nasira, wala nang balikan yun, no? So, yung data mo, siraan, wala na rin yun. No? So, bihira yung nakakaayos nitong logic board na to. No? As in talagang gate level yung need mong ayusin. So, kung may intention kang nasiraan ka ng hard drive, tapos gusto mong i-retrieve yung data, no? Your data might be retrieved or saved with some method, no? Pero reviving or fixing the hard drive itself, hindi na yun mangyayari. No? Hanggang retrieval lang ng data yung kayang gawin ng mga technicians, no? So, ganun siya, no? So, sobrang sensitive. Okay? So, yan. Yung itsura ng logic board. Okay? Okay, so bukod pala class, no, sa SATA tsaka sa IDE or sa PATA, we have another interface, although hindi naman to laging ginagamit, no. So ito yung tinatawag nating SCSI or yung Small Computer System Interface. Okay, so ito umulit lang naman yan. Ito pala yung connector, no, ng PATA. So ganyan siya kalapad. Pagka kay SATA naman, ganyan lang, no, manipis lang. Okay, SCSI or Small Computer System Interface, no? May picture ba ako? Ganito siya, class. Merong isang, para din siyang pata, no? Pero, kaya niyan mag-connect ng madaming devices, no, sa isang computer, no? So, although hindi to standard talaga, kasi gumagamit pa to nung yung tinatawag nating master and slave system, no? So itong SCSI na to, standard for communication between a subsystem of peripheral devices, no? So common tong makikita sa mga DVD players, no, or CD-ROM drives. Yan. Yan siya common, no, kasi yung mga system ng computers dati, lalo na yung mga nagbe-burn ng music or nagbe-burn ng videos, no, 'di ba may mga ganong computer shop dati. At dahil yun ang in noon, no, pwede silang magkabit ng 7 to 15 devices sa isang computer, no. Gagamit lang sila nito, no, SCSI, no. So it provides better performance and greater expansion capabilities, no? Yun nga, sikat siya for disk drives na use, no? So it tends to be faster, but it's more expensive, no? Tsaka mas mahirap siyang i-install, no? Dahil nga dun sa connector niya, no? Similar kasi siya dun kay IDE, no? Medyo may kalapakan, tsaka kalakihan yung connector niya. Kaya hindi naman natin siya ganun ginagamit, no? Lalo na sa pag-assemble ng mga PC natin, or hindi niya rin yan makikita sa mga laptop, no? Kasi thickness pa lang ng connector, wala na, talo ka na, no? So, yan. Okay? I think you can still see that nowadays, no? Well, very rarely, no? So, yan si SCSI, no? Okay. Rather than reading itong operation part, no, ng slide, no, I will be sharing with you. I think I need to reshare pala. Ay, hindi. Share sound. Ayan. This YouTube video. Tab. Yan. How the hard drive works. So, yan yung operation part natin. Tell me if the video is audible, class, ha? Naririnig?
Yes po. Audible.
Yes.
Okay, thanks.
Imagine an airplane flying 1 millimeter above the ground and circling the Earth once every 25 seconds while counting every blade of grass. Shrink all that down so that it fits in the palm of your hand, and you'd have something equivalent to a modern hard drive, an object that can likely hold more information than your local library. So how does it store so much information in such a small space? At the heart of every hard drive is a stack of high-speed spinning disks with a recording head flying over each surface. Each disk is coated with a film of microscopic, magnetized metal grains, and your data doesn't live there in a form you can recognize. Instead, it is recorded as a magnetic pattern formed by groups of those tiny grains. In each group, also known as a bit, all of the grains have their magnetizations aligned in one of two possible states, which correspond to zeros and ones. Data is written onto the disk by converting strings of bits into electrical current fed through an electromagnet. This magnet generates a field strong enough to change the direction of the metal grain's magnetization. Once this information is written onto the disk, the drive uses a magnetic reader to turn it back into a useful form. Much like a phonograph needle translates a record's grooves into music. But how can you get so much information out of just zeros and ones? Well, by putting lots of them together. For example, a letter is represented in 1 byte, or 8 bits, and your average photo takes up several megabytes, each of which is 8 million bits. Because each bit must be written onto a physical area of the disk, we're always seeking to increase the disk's areal density, or how many bits can be squeezed into 1 square inch. The areal density of a modern hard drive is about 600 gigabits per square inch, 300 million times greater than that of IBM's first hard drive from 1957. This amazing advance in storage capacity wasn't just a matter of making everything smaller, but involved multiple innovations. A technique called the thin film lithography process allowed engineers to shrink the reader and writer. And despite its size, the reader became more sensitive by taking advantage of new discoveries in magnetic and quantum properties of matter. Bits could also be packed closer together, thanks to mathematical algorithms that filter out noise from magnetic interference and find the most likely bit sequences from each chunk of readback signal. And thermal expansion control of the head, enabled by placing a heater under the magnetic writer, allowed it to fly less than 5 nanometers above the disk surface, about the width of 2 strands of DNA. For the past several decades, the exponential growth in computers' storage capacity and processing power has followed a pattern known as Moore's Law, which in 1975 predicted that information density would double every 2 years. But at around 100 gigabits per square inch, shrinking the magnetic grains further or cramming them closer together posed a new risk, called the superparamagnetic effect. When a magnetic grain volume is too small, its magnetization is easily disturbed by heat energy and can cause bits to switch unintentionally, leading to data loss. Scientists resolved this limitation in a remarkably simple way, by changing the direction of recording from longitudinal to perpendicular, allowing areal density to approach 1 terabit per square inch. Recently, the potential limit has been increased yet again through heat-assisted magnetic recording. This uses an even more thermally stable recording medium whose magnetic resistance is momentarily reduced by heating up a particular spot with a laser and allowing data to be written. And while those drives are currently in the prototype stage, scientists already have the next potential trick up their sleeves. Bit-patterned media, where bit locations are arranged in separate nano-sized structures, potentially allowing for areal densities of 20 terabits per square inch or more. So it's thanks to the combined efforts of generations of engineers, material scientists, and quantum physicists that this tool of incredible power and precision can spin in the palm of your hand.
Class, take note, yung video na to ay 9 years ago. So yung techniques na kinuwento niya at the start or at the end, towards the end of the video, na-implement na yun, no? Kaya meron tayong mga hard drives as big as 8 terabyte, 16 terabyte, no? So yung mga techniques na to lessen data loss, present na yan sa mga hard drive na mabibili natin today. Okay? So nabanggit din class yung tinatawag na Moore's Law, no? Actually class, the Moore's Law states, no, that in a physical chip, no? Yung physical chip kasi natin, ang bumubuo talaga diyan ay yung mga tinatawag nating transistors, no? You'll understand what transistors are when you reach your electronics subject, but in a nutshell, these transistors are your so-called switches, no? In your board, no? Na kung saan sila talaga yung nagsasabi ng ones and zeros, no? And Moore's Law states that in every year, no, the amount of transistors that can fit in a chip will double, no? Kaya siya tinawag na Moore's Law, no? Dahil so far totoo siya. No, every year, the density of transistors that can be fitted in a chip, no, is doubling every year, no. Although in recent years, no, somewhat we are approaching the limits of physics, no? Kasi we can only grow or we can only implement transistors as small as we can, no? So yun yung kanyang, hindi ko alam kung magpapatuloy pa rin siyang Moore's law, no? So ayun, no. Pero dahil diyan, no, na-improve natin yung technology ng hard drive na meron tayo, no. Napalaki natin yung capacity at saka yung speed, no, nung mga hard drive na meron tayo. Okay? So yung mga platters pala na yan ay magnetic, no? So some groups or area of these platters, no? Yun yung nagre-represent ng bits natin, no? So doon sinusulat yung ones and zeros or yung data natin ng computer or ng computing data natin, no? So kaya ipatay mo man siya, hindi siya mawawala. Okay? So ganun na gana, no, yung hard drive natin. Okay? Class, do you have questions so far?
None po.
Ano po?
Okay. Okay. Ito. Fun fact din to, no? Tong tracks and sectors na to. Class, familiar kayo sa meron ba sa inyong mahilig bumili ng album ng mga favorite singer artist nyo, singer songwriters nyo? Meron sa inyong ganun, bumibili pa ng disc version, no, ng mga album nila. Baka si Taylor Swift. No? Sino sa inyo bumibili ng ganun or talagang Spotify na lang kayo nakikinig? Meron ba, class? Okay, si Franco. Okay, Franco, do you have some collection of your favorite singer or artist?
Meron po, sir.
Sorry, ano?
Meron po.
Okay. So, mapapansin mo, no, dun sa CD na meron ka, ilang kanta yung meron?
Depende po sa ano, pero madalas po around 10, parang average 10 songs pataas, ganun po.
Okay, no. Pero kung 'di ba kung halimbawa naalala nyo, bumibili kayo ng CD or DVD, no? May capacity siya, 'di ba? Like 1 gig, 2 gig, no, 4 gig or yung normal na CD 700 MB, 'di ba? Pero for a song, you think magagamit niya ba lahat 'yun? 'Di ba parang hindi naman, 'di ba? So, sige, unahin natin, class, no? Pagka sector yung ginamit natin, no? Si sector kasi dito yung naglalagay tayo or nagsisave lang tayo ng mga file, no? Parang ginagamit natin yung CD or DVD or yung disk, no, na parang regular na flash drive, no? So, sector siya. Okay? Pagka naman, class, ito na, dito na papasok yung mga binili nyong album, no, ng artist nyo. Dito papasok yung track. No, kaya, class, no, pag nag-play kayo ng album, no, or ng music, no, kahit sa Spotify or sa YouTube Music, 'di ba? They call these songs, no, or music files, they term it as tracks. Tama?
Yes po.
Ayan, no. So kasi ang hatian ng track is yung inner, outer, middle track, no. So ganyan siya, no. Ito nagta-translate din to sa paggamit mo ng hard drive, no. Meron din siyang track, meron din siyang sector, no. Kasi same lang naman talaga yung implementation ng isang disk, no, tsaka ng itong mga hard disk natin, no. So, ayun, fun fact lang, no. Good thing to know, no, na ganyan pala gumagana ang isang disk, no, or yung platter ng hard disk natin, no. Plus, again, kapag gumamit kayo ng mga maintenance tool ng hard drive or ng hard disk, no, makikita nyo doon yung sector, no. Plus, pag ang sector po ang nasira sa isang hard drive, yung part ng hard drive na yun na hindi nyo na po talaga magagamit, no. Whatever data is in a particular sector, no, tas nasira siya, hindi mo na siya mare-retrieve, no. Common method or common ways na nasisira yan is kapag nalalaglag yung hard drive natin. Doon nasisira yung sector. So makikita siya ni Windows as yung hard drive mo ay meron na pong bad sector na tinatawag. Okay? So kaya tayo, lagi tayong maingat, no, na hindi sana natin laging nalalaglag, no, yung hard drive natin. Although today, rigid naman na yung kanilang pagkaka-build, no. Hindi na tayo dapat namomroblema, no. Although better safe than sorry, no. So, yan. Okay? Questions, clarifications? Mark, Christian?
Sir, kapag po may nasirang sector, usable pa rin naman po ba yung hard drive?
Mostly yes, usable pa rin siya, no. Pero eventually, diyan na yung makaka-encounter ka down the line ng blue screen of death or BISOD, no, or tapos sasabihin niya na cause nung BISOD mo is corrupted yung Windows operating system mo, no. Usable siya, no, pero ang problem diyan is probably may data ka na halimbawa OS related, no, tapos dun sa bad sector nakasulat yung data na yun. Yun na, doon na nagko-cause yung, yun nga, yung BISOD, no? So, kumbaga usable siya pero limited time na lang. No? So, ayun, common yung makikita yung mga ganyan sa mga lumang laptop, no, or kung lumang hard drive. So, ayun, usable pero not reliable na. Okay? So, yun. May questions pa? Okay na ba? Okay,
Yes po.
sige. Okay, yan, yung cylinders natin. Sabi nga, pinagpatong-patong lang naman natin yung platter. So, yan. Okay. So, before we move to solid-state drives, any more questions about hard drives? Anything you wanted to know, you wanted to ask? No, you wanted to clarify? Wala? Okay, sige. So, punta tayo kay solid-state drive. No? Okay. So, based dito sa picture ng SSD natin, no? Makikita natin at a glance that generally SSDs are way smaller and way more portable than their hard drive counterparts, no? So, bakit? Sige, tignan natin ano ba yung definition, no? Or ano ba yung isang SSD? No? So, sabi dito, SSDs are a type of storage device that use NAND base, no? Class, familiar pala kayo sa 7 basic logic gates?
Yes po.
Ayun. So, think nakapag-discrete math na kayo, no? So, doon nyo siya unang narinig. Itong tinatawag na NAND base, no? yan po yung not and na operation, no, ng logic natin. No? Boolean operation natin siya. Itong Boolean operation na to, yan yung foundation, no, nitong SSD natin. No? So, it uses NAND-based flash memory, no, to store data. No? Unlike kasi kay hard drive, gumagamit siya ng disk. No? Si SSD hindi siya ganun. Wala siyang platters, wala siyang moving parts. Everything in an SSD is electronic. No? Kasi nga NAND-based. No? So, dahil walang moving part, no, hindi sila umaasa sa actuator, no, na actuators can only move so fast, and SSDs are operating on electronic level. This allows SSD to be dramatically more faster than an HDD, no? So, yun, ganun siya. Okay, para malaman natin o maintindihan natin paano gumagana yan, no, share natin tong video sa inyo. Solid state drive.
Your 5-year-old computer is so
Class audible?
Yes po.
Yes
Okay.
po.
Yes po.
Okay natin.
slow, but you are not tempted to buy a new one yet. What can you do? Today, we are learning about SSD that can refresh your lagging PC. Until the 2000s, hard disk drive, or HDD, was usually used as the storage device for PCs. You might have heard something spinning when you turn on your PC at home. This is none other than the sound of the platter on your HDD revving up. Like an LP vinyl record, a magnetic disc spins with a high speed to process data. This spinning causes high power consumption and generates a fair bit of heat as well. But there is a semiconductor that overcomes the limitations of HDDs. It is a solid-state drive, or SSD. SSD is a high-speed storage device made with semiconductors. It stores data in a semiconductor memory digitally. Since SSD doesn't use a motor, which means no noise, cool operation, and less power consumption, and it has the incomparably fast data read-write speeds. SSD is small, light, strong, and fast. What is the secret of this next-generation massive storage device? SSD can be seen as a computing system, just like a PC, which consists of a CPU, memory, and storage device. SSD consists of a controller, which performs the role similar to the CPU in a PC, NAND flash for data storage, and DRAM, which functions as cache memory. Ample storage capacity and a fast speed are thanks to the NAND flash and controller. If the NAND flash in the SSD is the library that stores books, the controller, which is the librarian, is in charge of arranging the books. NAND flash increases data integration to allow for high-capacity SSD, and the controller reads and writes data and corrects errors quickly for enhanced SSD performance. SSD
Plus, dito sa diagram niya, merong DRAM cache. Panote po na hindi lahat ng SSDs ay may DRAM cache. No? So, pag bibili po kayo ng SSD, make sure nyo na meron siyang DRAM cache. No? Kasi, ang walang DRAM cache na SSD ay over time para lang din siyang magiging hard drive. No? Kasi itong cache na to, dahil cache nga siya, meaning quick access memory, no? Pag wala ang SSD niyan, parang ganun din. Over time, babagal din siya. No? So, okay, so note lang, no, na hindi lahat ng SSD ay made equally. No? So, make sure meron kang DRAM cache. Okay?
and corrects errors quickly for enhanced SSD performance. SSD can improve your computer in no time. How can we choose an SSD that's perfect for you? Here's a little guide for selecting an SSD. Before buying an SSD, what do we have to think about first? It is the NAND flash, which is in charge of data storage. The NAND flash is divided into 4 types, depending on how data is stored: SLC, MLC, TLC, and QLC. In news articles or specifications of products, you can see terms like QLC SSD or TLC SSD. How are they different? Let's think of data as a person, and the cell that stores data as a studio where the person lives. For a single-level cell, or SLC, there is one person per room. A multi-level cell, or MLC, has 2 people. A triple-level cell, or TLC, has 3 people, and a quadruple-level cell, QLC, has 4 people. You would prefer to live in a studio alone rather than sharing it with several people. Similarly, the lower the bits that are stored per cell, the less data to sort out and the higher the speed. Therefore, SLC is the fastest, and as the level goes up to MLC and TLC, the speed gets slower. However, remember that the price increases as speed increases, and there are other things to consider to help find the correct SSD for you. You need to check the product specifications, including an SSD's interface, speed, and capacity. Consider what you do with it and take a look at its reading and writing speed. If you are using Windows OS, you should check the random reading-writing speed. Since files are saved in various places in Windows or Android OS, the random reading speed is important. If you want to save large files like movies, you should look at the continuous reading-writing speed, because continuous reading is required while continuously calling a large file. Today, we learned about large storage device SSD and how to find the SSD that's perfect for you.
Okay? So, dito sinamarize lang naman, no, paano nagana yung mga SSD. And some notes, no, if you are looking or choosing, no, an SSD. And also how an HDD is different from an SSD. Okay? So, malinaw naman yon. So, yun nga, remember, no, na even then, kahit SSD ang tawag sa kanila, no, not all of them are made equal. No? So, some SSDs are faster than the others. No? While some SSDs are also as slow as hard drive. Mainly because wala silang DRAM cache. Okay? So, yan, pag bibili tayo, paki-note na lang yun, no? Pakitandaan. Interfaces ng SSD natin. So, meron tayong 4. So, una, nandyan yung SATA. No? Kapag SATA yan, parang kasing laki lang din yan ng 2.5 inch na hard drive. No? We also have your M-SATA or mini SATA. No? Yan na yung parang card or stick, no? Yung shape niya. No? Hindi na yan gumagamit ng SATA cable, no? Direct na yan sa motherboard. Ganon din si M.2 SATA. No? It's an improved M-SATA, no? With I think ito yung mas gamit, no, na SSD nowadays, no. Also nandiyan din si M.2 NVMe. So tignan natin sila isa-isa. So yung SATA solid state drives natin, no. So kasing laki lang yan ng 2.5 inch, no. Minsan kasing nipis lang din, no, pero sa loob nun ganito lang talaga yung PCB niya or yung logic board niya. No, you have your NAND flash. Okay? You have your controller. Yun nga, sabi dun sa video. No, siya yung dadirect or nagko-control, no, kung saan isusulat yung data or saan sila i-retrieve. No? We also have your DRAM cache. Okay? Double-sided pala ang PCB ng isang SSD. No? So, possible, meron din yung mga NAND flash sa likod ng PCB. Lalo na yung mga malalaking capacity. Okay? Ayan, you have your SATA power and connector. Okay? So, ito yon. So siya si SATA. Okay? Kasing shape lang yan ng 2.5 inch SSD. Pati placement ng screwdrivers, yung screw niyan, no? Same na same, no? Kasi standard nga siya. Okay? So yan. No, si M-SATA naman, no, ganito lang siya. Ganyan lang kaliit. No? So hindi na sikat 'to si mSATA, no? Normally ganyan lang yan kaliit, 64 gig, no? Hindi pa ako nakakita ng mas malaki sa 128 or 256 eh. Normally mga mSATA na nakikita ko, yan nga, ganyan lang, no? 64 gig or smaller, no? Pero hindi rin to ganun nag-take off, no? Although maliit siya, no? Mas nag-kick off pa rin itong M.2, no? SATA solid state drive, no? Itong M.2 solid state drive na to, ito na yung kadalasang makikita nyo sa mga binibili nyong laptop, no? Or ito na yung kadalasan na binibili nyo para sa mga desktop na gusto nyo buuin, no? M.2 SATA, stick shape siya, no? Manipis, so hindi siya bulky install, no, sa mga PC natin, sa mga laptop natin, no? Same components, meron din siyang NAND flash memory, meron siyang controller. Pero in this case, class, tignan nyo yung M.2 SATA na to, na SSD, wala siyang DRAM cache, no? So, talo to. Hindi. Kahit M.2 SATA pa yan, possible pa rin na makabili kayo ng walang DRAM. Okay? No? So, kahit different pala class yung connector niya na M.2 SATA or mSATA, tatakbo pa rin yan class sa speed ng SATA kasi sa SATA bandwidth siya kumukuha ng kanyang speed. No? So, same din yan ng itatakbo ng speed ng SATA na 2.5 inch na SSD. No? So, regardless of the form factor, basta SATA. No? SATA speeds lang din yung capability niya. No? Pero class, maiiba yan pagdating dito kay NVMe solid state drive. No? Kasi si NVMe, no, ang ginagamit po nitong bandwidth ay bandwidth ng PCIe or Peripheral Component Interconnect Express, no? The same lane na ginagamit ng mga GPU natin, no? So, mas mahal to than your M.2 SATA. Pero in recent years, no, nag-lower naman yung price niyan, no? So, dahil PCIe lane yung ginagamit niya, dramatically faster din to, no, than your M.2 SATA counterparts, no? So, sige, tignan natin yun mamaya. Okay? Okay, so pag titingin pala kayo class, no, ng SSD, no? Tapos gusto nyong malaman kung kasya ba yan sa motherboard nyo, no? Generally class, kahit alin naman dito, kakasya yan sa motherboard nyo, no? Itong sizes na to talks about the dimension na. So 22 mm by 110 millimeters. Yan. Yan yung ibig sabihin yan. Lahat sila ay 22 millimeters naman yung width in this case. No? I mean yung height, no, in this case. No? So yung width yung nagkakaiba-iba sa kanila. No? So standard na mabibili natin plus is 2280. No? Madalas pag bumili tayo ng SSD, no, 2280 'yun. No, 22 by 80 millimeters. No? Standard 'yan. Although makakabili ka rin naman, no, lalo na itong mga mas maliliit, no, 2242 or 2230. No, makakabili ka naman 'yan, pero same story with hard drive, no, yung mas maliit na form factor generally mas mahal 'yan, no. So take note na lang din, no, kung bibili. Pero itong 2280 suffices any motherboard size na piliin nyo. No, okay lang. Okay? Itong 22110 na to normally pang mga server builds, no. Normally, hindi naman yan ginagamit for consumer PC builds, no? Madalas talaga tayo kay M.2 na 22/80. Okay? So, ayun, yung different dimensions, no, ng isang M.2 SSD. Okay? Yan. Differences, no, ng M.2 SATA versus M.2 NVMe. No? A SATA M.2 SSD will use 2 keys, no, sa kanyang pin. No, yung M.2 SATA, gumagamit yan ng both key M tsaka key B. Yan. Dalawa yung notches niya, no? Pero kay NVMe, key M lang, no? Pero class, kapag sa motherboard, makikita nyo kasing notch doon na kumbaga corresponding sa notch ng SSD or M.2 SSD, makikita nyo yung pang key M lang talaga yung present, no? Normally hindi na naglalagay ng notch sa motherboard, no, para kay key B, no? Either of the two SSDs ang ipasok mo sa M.2 SSD slot, gagana. Mapa SATA or mapa NVMe, no? So depende na lang sa key, no, na meron yung SSD kung anong link yung gagamitin niya. Magsa-SATA ba siya or mag-NVMe? Okay? So diyan na-determine, no, yung speed or yung lane na gagamitin niya, yung key. Key M, key B ba present or key M lang? Okay? So, yan, difference sa nila. This is how to tell apart, no, kung SATA SSD ba yan or NVMe M.2. No, kasi they are similarly shaped naman, to be fair. No? So, yun. Okay? Questions so far?
None po.
Okay. Okay, NVMe. So, sabi nga natin, gumagamit to ng PCIe lane, no? Nung umusbong ang NVMe SSD, no? Ang sikat or ang current generation na talaga na kinalagakan niyan is yung Gen 3, no? NVMe Gen 3, no, kasing same generation yan ng, kung hindi ako nagkakamali, ng RTX 20 series or 1080 series, no? NVMe or PCIe Gen 3 yun. No, hindi ako nagkakamali So NVMe Gen 3 introduce yan noong 2013, no? So itong NVMe SSD na to, it's a fairly new technology, no? Na over the years kasi hindi naman talaga yan kaya before, pero in recent years, no, parang na-enhance, na perfect, no, yung technology, no, kaya ginagamit na natin siya lagi ngayon, no. So third generation yan ng NVMe interface, no. Ang kaya niyan ng PCIe Gen 3 is 8 giga transfers per second, no, per lane. No, so imagine na lang, no, kung 4 lanes yung gamit ng Gen 3 mo, kaya ng SSD mo na magsulat or magbasa ng 32 gigabytes per second, no, using that 4 lanes, no, ganun siya kabilis. Gen 3 pa lang yun, no. So normally class, ang maximum read and write speed niyan around 35 megabytes per second, no. So sobrang bilis over yan traditional SATA based na SSD, no. And nag-evolve pa yan. So meron ng Gen 4 NVMe SSD, no. Inintroduce naman to 2019, no. So kasabayan niya nan yung mga RTX 30 series, RTX 40, 50 series pataas yan. Hindi, Gen 5 na si 50 eh. No, pero, yun, 2019, no? NVMe Gen 4. No? Ito, ang kaya nito, doble ng previous version, no? 16 giga transfers per lane. No? So, maximum theoretical bandwidth niyan, 64 gigabytes per second using the 4 lanes. No? So, typically, ang maximum read and write speed niyan around 7,000. So, doble nga nung previous gen. So, sobrang bilis niyan. No? Kaya pag bumili kayo niyan, slightly mas mahal din yan sa Gen 3. No? Nga pala class, kapag gumamit kayo or bumili kayo ng SSD na NVMe, no? Tulad din yan ng GPU, make sure that the NVMe SSD slot ng motherboard nyo ay kaya i-support yung maximum generation nung bibili nyong SSD. No? Kasi if you happen to have a Gen 3 NVMe na motherboard, tapos bumili kayo ng Gen 4 na NVMe SSD, tatakbo lang si Gen 4 SSD mo sa Gen 3 speed. No? So, you're leaving performance on the table. Sayang yung pera mo. No? Ganun din, no? Kung meron kang Gen 4 capable na motherboard, pero Gen 3 lang yung nilagay mo, Gen 3 lang yung speed mo. No? So, take note nyo lang. So, kung kagandahan naman kay NVMe, backwards compatible yan. No? So, you don't have to worry. No? Kung kailangan mo lang naman kunin yung data or kailangan mo lang siya as another form of storage in your machine, no? Gagana pa rin naman. No? So, regardless. No? Pero if you are a power user na kailangan mo talaga yung speed, no? Make sure technologies are compatible. Okay? So, yun siya. Okay? May questions pa?
Wala naman po, sir.
Wala. Okay? So, anything you wanted to know? No? About hard drives or SSD? Curiosities? Or balak nyo ba bumili? Class, there's just something that I want to make clear, ha? Sabi natin kanina, no, SSDs are dramatically faster than your hard drives. While that is true, class, make note na hindi naman mabagal ang hard drive. Mabagal ang hard drive kapag ginamit mo siya as your drive for your operating system. No? Kasi madami talagang files ang OS mo, no? For just one single system, no? Mabagal siyang magbasa, no? Or mag-load ng operating system. But if your goal is to store things like your video games, for example, or your videos, no? Okay lang, mabilis siya, no? Hindi naman siya talagang OA sa bagal, no? Although kung sa hard drive mo irakan yung laro mo, you will notice na mas matagal lang ng konti yung load times, no, nung game, no? Halimbawa, chapter per chapter, no? Compared sa pagka naka-install siya kay SSD, no? So, yun lang, no? Baka kasi ma-misunderstood nyo yung faster si SSD kaysa kay hard drive, no? Totoo 'yun, pero hindi naman ganoon ka-OA na sa lahat ng bagay hindi ka na dapat mag-hard drive, no? Kaya nag-e-exist ang hard drive ngayon kasi class, kung titignan natin madami na akong may store sa 1 terabyte na hard drive, no? For let's say 2,000 pesos. Versus 256 gigabytes na 2,000 pesos ng SSD. 'Di ba? Price per storage, lamang pa rin si hard drive, 'di ba? So, kaya siya ginagamit pa rin ngayon kasi reliable storage solution pa rin naman talaga siya, no? Even class yung mga servers natin, yung mga server na ginagamit sa data centers, no? Most of them are still using hard drive, no? Ginagamit lang nila SSD, no? For example, for operating system, no? For running applications. Pero for pure data storage, backup, no? Most of them are still using hard drive, no? Kahit sa server level. Okay? Sige. So, yun lang, no? So, it's not because SSDs are faster, SSD na agad yung kukunin mong secondary storage, no? Or secondary drive mo. No, always consider your budget, no? Pero kung wala ka namang problema sa pera, okay lang, sige. So, ayun. Class, may questions ba? Hello? Sige, Mark.
Sir, ano po ba yung nagpapamahal sa may SSD? Like, bakit equivalent in price yung 1 tera HDD sa 256 gig SSD?
So, first factor dyan, yung una, yung sabi nga natin, ang composition ng SSD ay NAND flash, no? And NAND flash are speed-wise vastly more superior than a platter. Kasi mas mabilis yung speed ng read and write niya, no? Actually, speed yung pinaka major factor kung bakit mas mahal ang SSD, no? Second, walang halos umiinit or sobrang minimal yung pag-init ng SSD over hard drive, no? So, reliability wise, mas okay ang SSD, no? Pero generally it all boils down to the speed capacity ng SSD, no? Kaya per byte or per gigabyte, no, mas mahal ang presyo ng SSD kaysa kay hard drive, no? So, ayun, kaya mas mahal siya. Kasi mas capable talaga siya. But prices of SSDs have gotten really low over the years, no? So, common na makakita 512 gig, no? Sometimes may mga promo pa yan, discounts. 1 terabyte, makakakuha ka na 2K, 2.5, no? Okay na rin. Okay? Questions pa? Anyone? May tanong? Wala kang gusto malaman?
None po.
No questions na po, sir.
Okay, sige. That's the end of today's module or topic, no? So, ayun. Kung wala nang tanong, next week, asynchronous tayo, no? So, as much as possible, I want you to enjoy your vacations, no? So, well, that's the season of Lent, no? So, di naman talaga tayo dapat nag-enjoy, no? Nagluluksa talaga tayo, no? Pero yun nga, Easter Sunday, no? We enjoyed that at least, no? Well, at least for those who are Catholic, no? So, but either way, it's still a holidays, no? So, enjoy the time with your families, no? Magpahinga kayo. Sana, no, hindi ko naman kayo bibigyan ng activity or what. No, so I hope your other professors and instructors did as well. No, so yun, I hope you are rested, no, during the time you are given. No, take or enjoy the vacation, no, as much as you can. So enjoy your time with your families. No, so we'll see each other next week na. No, so ayun. Next week, I think face to face, tama ba, Pres? Tama, no? Kasi online yung dinedicate next week for Holy Week. So, ayun, check ko kung makakapag-activity tayo. Pero kung hindi, magle-lecture ulit tayo. So, titignan ko din kung kailan yung schedule ng midterm. By the way, class, wala na daw midterm departmentals. No? Minove na lang ang departmentals to final. No? Pero meron pa ring midterm exam. No? So, hindi na tayo 100 items sa midterm exam natin. So, ayun. Mga reminders lang. I will announce soon kung kailan yung midterm exam natin. Okay? Questions? Clarifications? Wala?
Wala na po.
Okay, so
Wala
kung
na po,
wala,
sir.
okay, happy holidays. No? So, stay safe. Okay, so see you soon.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you po, sir.
Thank you po,
Thank you po, sir.
Thank you po, sir.
Thank you
Ingat,
po,
sir.
sir.
Thank you.